defines that you sometimes don't want to call all the function in parallel on all boxes at once, because given that you are restarting the web worker here, you don't want to just shut all the web workers and then start them again. So you can define that the given command should run just on 20% of the boxes at any given time. So this is the batch equals 20%. So this is remote execution, and I think Jakub will just do a quick live demo, and I hope it will work. So this is live demo on our production boxes.
Hey, I just want to write something to a config file for a Nginx. That's it. And as you can see, right now I'm using the cmd.run module. So right now I'm really using it as an SSH or something. I want to, yeah, is it there? Okay, the command is there. That's my live demo. I will continue later.
Thanks. So can we get back to the slides, so-called slides? So this is just a remote execution. The second part of Salt that we want to speak about is states and configuration management. Just think about states as you know them maybe from chef as recipes or cookbooks, I don't know. And so basically states just define, it's declarative definition that some user needs to exist on the system, that package needs to be installed, that config file, this is why we have in one section, that config file must be rendered and must have this contents, etc. So basically you just tell to the Salt that you want that the machine is in this given state. You don't, we heard that here before, you just don't care about the implementation, you don't care about the rest, you just want this list of packages, this list of users, this running processes, etc. So this is what states are. So states, can we go a bit lower? Yeah. So this is just a simple state file written in YAML obviously, and it defines, okay, talking about Nginx, I want user called Nginx. I want that this user exists on the machine. He's member of this group. Obviously, I can get more options there for the user exist function. I define that there's a package installed called Nginx, and I define that the service is actually running. So and there's I'll just finish that. And there's the second part, which basically does the what we call configuration management, is basically that it defines, okay, I want the file called etc nginx-conf to be there, and I give him the source of the file, which usually is like change the template. I can add extra context, and I can say, okay, this state depends on the previous one, obviously. So this is the required statement, and basically this simple declarative YAML file just tells the Salt how to install Nginx and what it needs to be running. So it's basically really easy, and I think it's like easy to understand how it works. And can we go or the question? Okay. And this is how you call the states, how you use them. You can basically just have simple states, and you define, okay, this machine, like Salt, I'll be example com, this machine needs to be in this state called Nginx. So this is like, I'll be example com state as well as Nginx. So this is how you tell Salt, just get the machine in this state. You can almost call it a role, basically, if you define them like that. And the second example is Salt store state high state, which basically is get all the machines in all their states. So there is there is also the file that defines this machines has those states and those machines has different states. So and it uses this file, and state high state just get all your network, all your machines to the one given state that you declare. And yeah, this is basically how you do config management, how you do the state management, which you call like chef recipes, etc. So another live demo, I think.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Give it to me. Hold it. So, do you guys remember that we've written something to a config file in my last live demo, right? Okay. So right now I would like to demonstrate the state thing. I'll be doing a state for the Nginx role, as Aleš told you. So I know that it's, and you all know as well, that it's touching the same config file I've changed before. So right now I will run this and we'll see what happens, okay? Something will happen, I know. And let's just, how can I scroll? Page up? Okay, sorry. Sorry, it's not, it's pretty verbose. Sorry about that. But you can definitely see that here is a diff. Is it the one? Yeah. You can see that it was doing an update for the etc nginx.conf file, and it removed my thing that I brought there, probably by mistake or something. So it get it to the proper state. And also you'll probably see there on the end that this is something what wasn't in our simple example in our slides. But what we also defined there, that if some of the config files change, it will even restart the service. So it happened. And maybe, I don't know if you can recognize it, but the output is colored. And I believe this should be something like blue-ish. It just says that something happened, and if everything is okay, I will show you a shorter. Okay, let's do it here, but I would like to call. So just a shorter output. Sorry. There we are. So right now everything is okay. So it should be greenish. Okay, let's get that. Thank you. Yeah.
So that's about states, and the third part we want to talk about today are overstates. Like what we find out that the other config management tools or infrastructure management tools or other tools, I'd say suck it, is that they are really not good with orchestration. They are good with provisioning servers, getting them in some predefined states. But let's say you want to use the tool also for deployment, because obviously you already use the tool to store the information, where is the load balancer, where are the project running, where is this database, and other stuff. So we just wanted to use the tool also for the orchestration, basically running different tasks on different machines in given order. So this is what orchestration is about. And the cool thing is that you don't have to write it in bash. You can use the same declarative syntax, which we use YAML. There are other syntaxes as well, but we use YAML. And this is like example overstate. It will obviously be a bit more complex. But basically, you can just define in YAML the order of steps of the functions you want to execute. You use the matching mechanism we talked about before. So you just say, okay, the box that match builder example.com will run this function. After that, there's the update step, which requires the build step to complete successfully before. So the update step will run on every box that matches the web star and run different function. And you can you don't even use just the function there. You can use the states there. You can use other solder sources. But this is how it works. And the last one is just showing that you can also use the batch 20% there, so it's just reloading the supervisors as we told before. So this would be like really easy, simple like deployment written in the declarative way. So the orchestra and it still use the same idea, the same abstraction. So if you would learn the first part, you will obviously like understand what's happening there. So it's really nice about Salt that the abstraction isn't leaking there. So it still works the same in every possible layer. So that's about overstates, and this is just how we would call the overstate. Just define the path to the SLS file, and this is it.
I hope you will forgive me that I won't run this in our production, okay? Sorry about that, no live demo for this.
Yeah, and last section, and you can just scroll down, is much more. We just really wanted to keep it short, because it should be like in talk when you have like 4 different talks before. So there are much more things you can do with Salt. There's a job cache, and returners. Basically, we were talking there before that in some other tools it's difficult to get the outcome of the job. So it caches all the jobs outcome on one place, and you can write a really nice script, and there are some included that if the run fails, it will store it in Sentry, for example, or store it in Postgres, Logstash, wherever. There's a signal system, there's web user interface. You can customize everything. In Python, really just simple functions. It's developed really quickly, and it's cool community around that. So just use Salt and give it a try, because it's really, and the last thing, it's really easy to host, because you don't have to pay ops code or anybody to set some installation for you, and it just takes, I don't know, half an hour or 10 minutes to set up the Salt master and start using it. Just maybe you're using other tools, so just start using for the remote execution maybe, or just start using the different feature of the Salt. You don't have to use all the SaltStack stack. You just can select something that you like and start just right away. And last thing, really big companies already use it, like LinkedIn, I believe, has like thousands of nodes connected to one Salt master, so it obviously scales really well. So, any questions? Yes.
I was just wondering, when you were mentioning about the engines that you want to have a package installed and the service running, why should I care about having the package installed? I want the service running, and I don't give a how the Salt master or whoever will achieve this. So do I need to state that I want the package installed, or I can omit this one and I just want the service running, and he will find out how to do it?
So I believe for it, yeah, you need to define that the package is installed, and the answer maybe is that it's like the level of abstraction they've chosen to keep everywhere. So for example, the similar problem would be like, I want this config to have there, and does it mean that it will also install the package? Or you know, it's nice that the names of the functions are quite verbose and self-explaining. So it's I like it. I might, maybe you don't personally, but I like it that you're sure what it is doing.
I was wondering that maybe it will download the sources and compile it there. It won't be a package. Why should I decide it? Maybe it should be the infrastructure or the management infrastructure which should decide whether it will download the package or do some other ways to achieve my goal, which is having the service running. That's what.
Yeah, you're basically the operation guy, so you should, from Salt perspective at least, you should decide if it should be installed from like with the official repositories or from PPA, or just make installed custom in a custom way. So you should define how it's working. Yeah. Thanks. Anybody?
We need at least 2 more, guys. Come on.
Vy ste spomínali v tej prvej časti o remote execution, že koľko requestov on to stihne za sekundu spustiť, pretože ja som mal taký problém, že ono je to síce pekné byť zaujímavé, že jeden request spustím na 1000 serverov naraz, ale ja chcem pustiť 1000 requestov za sekundu a to bol problém. Hlavný problém bol v tom, že tam bol nejaký identifikátor ID vygenerovaný z timestampu, proste to som opečoval, aby sa tam nedalo timestamp, lebo dvakrát za sekundu nedokážem spustiť ten request. Ale aj tak to nezvládne viac než 100 requestov, že ste skúšali takéto niečo. Koľko to zvláda komando spustiť naraz?
Takže já si přejdu. Tak.
Já si úplně nejsem jistý. Co? Dobře, možná Aleš ještě řeknu něco víc. Já maximálně podotknu, že pořád ty moduly si můžeš psát sám. Takže bych, já si asi, jestli to trošku dobře chápu, tak já bych si napsal ten modul, který to bude všechno to dělá. To, co ty potřebuješ.
Jsme spustit 100krát za sekundu jeden job na tom konkrétním stroji, protože asi jak říkal Jakub, jsme to řešili v tom modulu, ale nevím, jaký jsme use case možná je validní, ale je to co je to implementovaný přes Zero MQ, takže je to jenom vlastně omezení toho, co stihne broadcastnout Zero MQ.
Zero MQ zvládne milióny za sekundu requestov, ale Salt prostě...
V tom případě díky, nestalo se nám, neřešili jsme asi, ale asi jsme neměli pro to use case možná. Dík.
Já bych tady k tomu jenom řekl, or maybe even in English, the community about or behind the SaltStack is really awesome. There's an IRC channel, and if you ask anything there are a bunch of smart asses, and we really just contributed a couple lines there, but they are guys that have written like the main parts of the system. So I believe that would be the best place to work on. One more or two? Another question, or are we set? So right now we need to decide. Okay, so the winner for the question of the day, SaltStack related question of the day is, what is your name? Michal is the winner. But where is the second one? Are you mad at us? No, you're not.
Okay.
Even two. There you go. Thank you guys for your